Hello. Thursday evening, the day after Wednesday, which was the day after Tuesday, which I don't know if anybody else is starting to feel like one day just literally keeps running into the next. And sometimes I don't even know what day it is, but this morning I knew what day it was because Thursday is my normal in the morning, first thing, 7:30 a.m. Vancouver Seymour Speakers Toastmasters meeting, and I've been really missing being and feeling connected to them because we used to meet in person, and of course now for the last month we haven't been able to. So today was the first inaugural time that we've event where we used Zoom for our meeting. And now Zoom isn't new, and of course lots of Zoom has been happening, and or Messenger video, and or Skype if it's still around, and all kinds of platforms where people are connecting. Zoom is the one that I hear the most, and it's the one that I use the most. So anyway, we were on this Zoom meeting this morning, and it was just amazing to have 12 people, in front of me, and the meeting went fairly well and was fairly reasonably. Not too many glitches happened, a few, but that's sort of online stuff. And once we got that worked out, we were off to the races. So we had a really solid meeting, and I got so excited because all of a sudden, one of our group members who was a member for about a year and a half ago, had to move to New York, like really sort of all of the sudden. And there she was on the screen this morning, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. And then a guest that had visited us, a year and a half ago or so, got the email saying that we were doing this Zoom meeting and came in via Zoom all the way from Mexico City. So all of a sudden, we're not just in our city. We're expanded to different parts of the globe and connected. And I can see their faces. I can see their smiles and their facial expressions. I can hear their voices, see their tone, watch their body language. Such a cool way to connect. And it's one of the reasons why I really like this video format, because you get to see me, and when I speak to you on video chat, etc., then I get to see you and connect with you in that sort of different realm, if you will, of just, instead of just talking on the phone, which nothing wrong with that either. So it got me started thinking about the fact that we are all so connected. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. I don't know, I've been breaking into song all day. Just sort of, when it pops into my head, I just let it out, which feels good to sing and do something a little more jovial and a little more happy than sort of the somber places that I have a tendency to stay when I'm just on a day-to-day basis. So singing has helped me sort of turn that stuff around and get into a different space. So anyway, because my morning started so early, I didn't pull cards first thing this morning. And the excuse that I made up was that I was cold, I was in bed. Now the truth is, I could have gotten up before my meeting and made it important enough and done my cards and set my attention to what it is that I want, what it is that I said that I would do, and set that foundation. But for today, I let staying in bed just for that extra 10 minutes being warm next to my boyfriend, because I knew that I was going to have to do the meeting from outside. So I was in a bit of resistance to that. That being said, I kept thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time today. I'll get to that. And the truth and the fact of the matter is, at 8 o'clock tonight, I went, oh, man, I still haven't done that. Because I got busy doing, cleaning the garage and cleaning up the deck and sort of, in that sort of busy mode of doing things, eating meals, etc., the things that get in the way of, and, those pesky things like eating our meals and doing our chores. However, if I didn't have the commitment to say that I was going to do this every consecutive day in a row and continue to make a video every day and post it, if I didn't say that out loud, if I didn't have that commitment already in place, I probably would have shirked that responsibility today. I probably would have said, I've done it for 15 days in a row. That's good enough. That's over 2 weeks. That's a pretty good commitment. I would start to backpedal myself. And it's not new. It's not a new thing that I've done to get myself into these positions. It's something that's a habit. And I noticed that yesterday and today, my eating was not good, which is a huge indicator to me that something's up. And so today was no secret, when I started up against my stuff, and when I can analyze that stuff, it makes sense that I'm drawing this card called Catch Me, which is trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. You know, I know that I'm standing at the precipice. I know that I'm standing at the precipice of something that's greater than me, and I don't know what it is, and I'm being asked to fully surrender, fully trust. Now, it's great to say that I'm in this surrendering place because I feel more and more like I am surrendering on a daily basis when I make sure that I get myself into my body and I'm more mindful of what I'm doing and I'm conscious about my thoughts and my energy, my tone, how I'm handling things. But the truth and fact of the matter is that I haven't fully surrendered. That I've given my 95%, even maybe even 80 at this point in time, because it's the right thing to do, and convince myself and potentially others that I'm doing all that I can do. And the truth is, it's been a long time since I've been completely aligned and in line with what I could be doing. And when I did those things, the vibrancy was visible. It was a felt experience. So I know that it can happen because I've had living experiences that teach me and have told me that by aligning myself in all these areas and clicking those sort of pieces into place and really have a context that supports me fully in doing all of the things that I know that I need to be doing, then I've lived in a place of vitality that I'm not currently meeting in my life. I'm longing for it, but I'm also too scared to go there. So this idea that I'm standing at the precipice of something and I need to fully surrender and actually take full legitimate action to get the support that I need in order to create what it is that I say that I want. To live to that place because I value myself enough. Because I believe myself worthy enough to actually honor what it is that I need. And I don't know why that's so scary. I'm not sure where along the lines that I bought into that I'm not worth my own time, that I'm not worth my own energy, that there's something wrong with me, that somebody is always going to find something wrong with me, so why bother? And always try and morph and kink into these places that don't fit me. I don't fit there. I don't fit other people's molds or other people's versions of what they think I should be. And I'm so out of touch with who I really am and what I really want and how I really feel. And I've been running away from that stuff for a long time. And at this point in time, I'm being asked, which there's nothing funny about pulling this card yet again, third day in a row, because obviously I'm not getting the message. Riddle Fisher, divination, seeking out and finding answers. The truth is I spend a very short percentage of my day concentrating on this. I love it. It's foundational. It has been foundational up until this morning when I missed a day, but I'm not willing to beat myself up and or quit over that. I'm willing to say, isn't that interesting about me? And just remain in curiosity and give myself the grace. Because I'm dropping balls all over the place, but I'm aware that I'm doing it. And there's something about that. Last night I was on a call that had a level of vulnerability where someone was feeling unseen and unheard, and they spoke their truth. And it was painful to watch because I could see that the pain was very real in their body and in their being. And what I saw come of that was leadership, where people that were involved in that, the cause, the outcome, the experience, stood up and said, I'm accountable for that. I want to face that. I want to make amends. Let's have a conversation. Instead of, can you believe that? Oh my God, this place of resentment that we so easily can go to. Because it can go to that place. But what I see is people's open hearts, the level of vulnerability that they're willing to share, leadership stepping up into those places, and people actually telling their truths. Hey, you know what? I want to connect with everybody, but the truth is sometimes I'm tired and sometimes I don't want to and sometimes I can't. And I have a lot of things on my calendar, right? So when I put it on my calendar, it's something that I'm effectively committing to. It's an agreement that I've made. I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow through with that. But I could be spending more time in these deep caverns of emotions and really getting to know myself on that level. But I find other things to do to distract me from doing that. And so instead of beating myself up about that, I just get curious. I wonder why I'm avoiding that. And I make a step or an intention every single day just to move a little bit closer. A little bit closer. What did I do today? And it's okay. Whatever you did, whatever I did, it's all good. The third card that I pulled is Child of the Moon, which is forgiveness and transcending the ego. You know, for me, excuse me, the moon represents light to me. So for me, this is about shining our lights. So some of us have dimmed our lights to the degree where it's basically a shadow. I don't know if you feel that, but minimize, 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 minimize in order not to offend somebody out there. And so this is the breathing in an awakening of that. To dust off all those dusty places and those places where we dimmed our light before, so that we can put cracks in the armor that we've built up around ourselves and start to allow that stuff to emerge. There is such power in every single person when we live aligned to who we truly are, when we live in the most loving and kind place to ourselves first. And I am practicing that. I'm in the process, and I'm so thankful that I have this accountability partner, this bigger picture. You know, I don't know who's out there other than a few people that answer me, and none of that matters. It doesn't matter. My point being that I'm here because I said that I would be. Whoever's hearing this might get a glimmer of hope and or you know, a tidbit of something else to chew on, or a slight variance on what they thought before. It's my intention just to help through using my voice, through using my wisdom, through using my life and my experiences in order to try and serve humanity in this way. Human beings, my fellow human beings. My love is expansive. I love that I get to, you know, live the life that I do. I'm very thankful. I feel blessed. And I'm very thankful that you're here experiencing this with me. I hope you have a good night's sleep. I hope you are well rested and safe and staying sane, and be kind to each other. So much love.